justifying the down payment. Now, this situation is going to be based on tickets. Always add value when you're closing the down payment or you're justifying the down payment, and use the information from your qualifying, from your presentation, whatever information you use to justify the monthly payment, and use it as well. Be repetitive. You're going to use all the information from the beginning all the way to the end. Why? Because it's reassurance. The more you repeat it, the more they believe it. The more you elaborate, the more they understand it. The more you demonstrate, the more they're going to accept it. So all of these situations are very important. Now, if you have a customer that has a lot of tickets, I'm going to give you minimum of two scenarios right now. One, we're going to use it as a way of letting them know that the more tickets you have, the more expensive the insurance becomes. But you're going to educate them. You're going to educate them and let them know that it's because of the risk, because they become more of a high risk. And number two, we're going to create a scenario where we're going to tell them that the majority of the agencies would be charging them double than what we're charging, because they're going to try to use that as a way of them paying a lot more. So we're actually helping them, but there's a lot of agencies that they treat this situation a little bit different. So once again, the first scenario, you're going to let them know, you're going to educate them, you're going to tell them that tickets, the way tickets work, are an evaluation of their driving, the way they drive. So if someone has speeding tickets or a stop sign or even a carpool ticket, all of these become a risk because they could create an accident. Speeding could definitely cause an accident. Taking a red light or a stop sign, that could create an accident as well. Carpool could create an accident. So all of these, you need to educate them that they become high risk for the insurance companies, because there's a lot of accidents that were caused based on these violations. Or if they have a driving with a suspended license, then obviously they're violating the DMV's rules and regulations. So therefore they're penalized. A DUI, a major violation, all of these things have a lot of value, but you have to know how to use them. So you're going to tell the customer, sir, look, first of all, I appreciate the time and effort you're giving me. I have fantastic news. We're going to help you. There's definitely a lot of ways that we can help you. And I understand that the 300 or 350 may seem a little bit more than what you expected, but let me share something with you. Number one, and I don't want to use this in a negative way, but my job is to educate you, to give you all the information. The way insurance companies work, they literally go based on your driving record. Now, let me share with you. You only have one speeding ticket, and you have a stop sign ticket. So they're minor violations. They're not major violations. But let me share with you how insurance companies evaluate those tickets. Now, number one, a speeding ticket, you know for sure if you're speeding, it's so easy to get distracted, and next thing you know, you could be in a position where you're involved in an accident. So therefore, the insurance companies understand, because based on statistics, based on DMV and insurance companies' statistics, there's a lot of accidents based on these speeding tickets. Also, you took a stop sign. Okay, I'm not so sure if it was a fair violation or not, but just the way insurance companies are going to look at that, that's a risk. You take a stop sign, you may collide with another vehicle. So that puts you in a position where you could cause an accident. So therefore, because of the violations that you have, because these violations are some of the violations that causes accidents, or some of the situations, that causes accidents, therefore the insurance company is requesting a little bit more. Because, not in a negative way, but because for them, you become a little bit more of a high risk compared to someone that does not have any tickets whatsoever. So therefore, they are requesting the 300 to 350, but let me tell you the positive of all of this. It covers your first month, it covers the activation. You're never going to have to pay this in the future. You do qualify for loyalty discounts or renewal discounts in the future, but you leave with a policy that gives you coverage. Now, the good news is this: as soon as your tickets are off of your record, then you qualify for something a lot more affordable, something a lot less expensive. But as of now, you are responsible to pay a little bit more. Now, once again, this is the lowest company out of 70 different companies. I have another option that you qualify for a lower initial payment, but your monthly payment is going to be higher. And I don't think that's something that you would want to. It's not something you would want to take advantage of. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two, you're gonna tell them, look, sir, your total initial payment is $250 to $300. It may seem a little bit more than what you expected, but let me share something with you. Now, based on my research, based on previous customers that I've had with a similar situation as yours, they have given me a bit of information that other agencies, that not only is your monthly payment going to be a lot higher, your initial payment may be a lot higher as well. Now let me share exactly how we work. Now the way we work for you. We don't work for the insurance companies. We have a relationship for the insurance companies with the insurance companies, but we work for the client. We're your agent. So we do our best to get you the lowest option. Now, this is the lowest option for you, but there's a different way that other agencies work. What they do is they focus on the insurance company, maybe because they have different agreements with the company, or maybe they don't have a lot of options. So they may try to give you an option that's a lot higher, and they're going to try to convince you basically because of the tickets that you have. Now, once again, my job is to educate you on the tickets, but I'm giving you the lowest out of 70 different companies. So I'm giving you the lowest of the lowest of the lowest, versus another agency is going to give you an option and try to justify you paying a lot more. Now, I understand you're paying more already as it is, but the majority of the agencies are going to try to charge you double the options that we have. So once again, make a decision today. It covers your first month. You leave with insurance. You're satisfied knowing that as soon as you leave, you have coverage. So one-time payment, you're never going to pay. You're never going to make this payment again. You're getting insurance through me. My job, my goal is to help you. My goal is to give you all the information, to educate you, to give you as much knowledge as possible so you can make the right decision, so you can feel comfortable about your decision. So let's get this policy going. So use these two scenarios when you're justifying the down payment, when you're closing the down payment. Make sure they understand based on the record. Actually, let's add a third one. Give them the idea that as soon as the tickets are off of their record, they qualify for something lower. Now, it's 3 years or 7 years or 10 years, depending on the violation, but look at the dates and determine when do those violations drop, and just introduce that and tell them, sir, I have great news for you. It seems like one of your violations is going to drop by the end of this year. So truly, what you're paying today is going to give you the best option today, but by your next renewal, your payment is going to drop. And either way, you want to make sure you have the right policy. You want to make sure you have the right coverage. But the following year, your payments should drop. You won't be responsible for another initial payment. This is a one-time payment, but it gives you the most affordable option. But guess what? It drops in a year. So next year, you're going to be paying a lot less. So use these three examples to justify the down payment. Your goal is to make the down payment seem a lot less than what it is by using value, factors, information, scenarios to justify, to persuade them to change their perspective on focusing on the value versus the cost.